we have here a special guest with us, a highly placed Nigerian, and she is no other than
the APC National Women Leader in person of Dr. Betta Edu.
Doctor. Good morning, madam.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Doctor, congratulations once again. And my first question may sound trivial, but it's important. Was this victory expected?
From the one.
From the
one. That's okay. What were the indicators, please, that gave you that assurance?
Number one, the candidate that emerged in our party, who is now the president-elect, was one who you cannot in any way politically compare to other candidates.
Wow.
He is the builder of people, one who has a national spread. Again, I repeat, a national spread across the nation. He's built governors, he's built senators, he's built House of Rep members, he's built people across board. And so, seeing that kind of a person come out to run with all the pedigree he has from Lagos State, all the work he's done, all what he's been able to improve in Lagos State, you can be rest assured that he would win. That's number one. Number two, like he said, it's my turn. I've paid my dues. I've fought for democracy. I've fought for Nigeria. When people sleep and wake up today and they're having fun on, at some point my life was at risk. I was jailed, all sorts of things, for democracy to be. So if I put in all of this, for the last 40 years, it's my turn.
Okay, that gave rise or gave birth to maybe should I call it a slogan, a milocon?
Yeah.
Okay.
A milocon. It's my turn.
It's my turn.
My turn.
Wow.
I've done all that for others.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn.
That's powerful. Okay. Do you have any other thing to add, or should we go on?
Finally, he has been a party man, and he has been one who has unified his party and party members. He has deep roots everywhere. It's hard to count 10 people, even on the streets, and one person there has not benefited from his work. It's difficult. Most people don't even know that part of him. It's difficult. Most people don't know that part of him. He's made people from different tribes, different religion. So it's difficult for that kind of a man who has a national spread with numbers to go to the polls and lose. For popularity vote, you win it. You can bet on it.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right, go on, madam, please.
No, those are my submittals. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for this clarification. We are celebrating here as well. But now we are getting straight to the business.
So, Doctor, beginning from expectations, what should women expect from this incoming administration?
If you listen to his speech yesterday, his acceptance speech,
Yes.
you heard very clearly when he spoke about women.
Women, yes.
You had the passion, you had the commitment, you had everything yesterday. And he has said it very clearly. Women should be rest assured rest assured that they will not only be mainstreamed, but they'll be given the front burner as he goes about building the nation. He has assured women of his commitment. He has assured women of his full support. And so Nigerian women are excited and we're ready for the next administration. So for women, he has told us 35% affirmative action, that's a given.
Wow.
He has equally mentioned other empowerment, fight against all the GBVs, that's the domestic violence and the rest of them.
Okay.
He has mentioned empowerment and grassroots financial empowerment. He has mentioned healthcare that is targeted at women. He has mentioned interventions that are targeted at women. He's used different forms to address women's conditions and our concerns. So we are not in doubt. Aswaju is the best thing that happened to the women folk in Nigeria. I say that with confidence because he has a track record. When I want to describe people or I want to listen to people, my question is, what have you done before? That way I can know, I want to say it in the language of my people, right?
Yes.
Say, Saturday, we go good. You go sabi that Saturday from
Morning.
Monday. So, if you've not done before when you had an opportunity for women, you will not do now. But if you've done before, he was the first person that made a woman head of service in the state. The first to make woman head of judiciary in the state. The first to employ women. 50% of employment in civil service was women, 50% men. Today, go to the civil service of Lagos, almost all the permanent secretaries are women. So if you've done before, he did not tell his wife, go and hide somewhere.
Yes.
He gave her the opportunity to go to Senate 3 times.
Oh, wow.
So he's not even intimidated that, okay, I'm a senator. You want to come and rub shoulders with me? You want to be senator too? Oh, he's not. He's creating the opportunity for her to grow, express herself, and really be that woman she wants to be. So in all, you can see a man who is ready to stand by women. It's obvious, it's clear. Nigerian women, this is our time.
All right, thank you so much for this, very insightful explanation.
So, Ma, as a medical doctor and a former commissioner for health in Cross Rivers, what health policies should Nigerians be expecting from the incoming administration?
A whole lot. I'm sure if you looked at his action plan, he said, I want to achieve universal health coverage. He was clear on it. So I want to make healthcare available for everybody. Whomsoever you are, I want to make healthcare available for you. Whether you have the money, you don't have the money, you want to do so. And there are different ways. Universal health coverage, immunization, universal health coverage in different forms. But the main thing is health access, all, regardless of your pay, your money, or whether you can afford it, your religion, your tribe, whatever. Access to everyone. That's one. Number 2, talked about revamping primary health care. He also talked about health manufacturing, where they would manufacture the drugs and vaccines that we use in Nigeria. We're a large market, a very huge market. However, we are buying everything and losing our money to others outside.
Okay.
And it's saying that we change, we'll produce, we'll use. So all of these are promises that Asiwaju has very clearly offered to Nigerian women, and of course in the health sector, he has offered the way forward. He has talked about secondary care, tertiary care, getting 6 zonal specialist hospitals so that we can attract medical tourism.
Wow.
He has equally spoken about working on the health workforce.
Wow.
improving on their pay, providing a conducive environment for them to work, so that Nigerian doctors who are outside, it's time for them to come back
home.
They will not be jackpering, but rather will be brain gaining.
Yeah. we pray and hope to see that, you know, that era come. And before
It's
we
already with us.
Amen. I join my faith with yours. Yeah.
It's already
Okay. Before we go to economy and youth development and the Niger Delta, because we cannot strip this conversation of Niger Delta region, if not for anything, that is our operational base as in Baramatu Voice. Now, let me take you back a little, man. Yes, we are celebrating, but looking at some pockets of concerns expressed by some notable Nigerians, like the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and then the European Union observers and co, that there are some issues not yet cleared about the elections. Do you think danger is averted?
There's no danger anywhere. The people who are writing letters and all sorts, they did not do one electoral law to improve on elections in this country. They did not conduct one election that did not have flaws or issues. They did not. So when you suddenly become a repentant Christian, or I don't even know what to call you,
advocate of good governance,
advocate of good electoral practice. The first question I would like to ask is, what did you do when you had the chance to do it for 8 years? Nothing. This present government signed into law an electoral act, and the elections have been free and fair. If you ask me, apart from the 1993 elections in this country, this is the freest and fairest. Why I say so? Are you thinking that a sitting president wants to lose in his state?
No, not at all.
Are you telling me that Jagaban wants to lose in his state? These are things we should ask ourselves.
Yeah, the indicators, yes.
These are indicators that the process went on free and fair. The only problem I saw was that people splitted their vote and gave the other person the leverage to win. The people who are merging together now as the PDP and Labour Party, if they had met together 6 months ago, would it not be better for them?
Better, okay. You have a point.
Not yourselves. You splitted your vote. You splitted your vote. You fought with them, you splitted your vote. Somebody unified his own party and got the win. And then you cry foul. You don't have a national spread. You're winning with one tribe and one religion. Another man is winning with all the religions and all the tribes. It doesn't work that way. Nigeria is not the student union government. It's Nigeria. You need that spread. You need that network. My advice to them, if they feel for any reason, which I cannot even see it, that there are issues, go to the courts. Don't incite violence anywhere.
Of course, yes.
Don't shed blood of Nigerians, because God will not be happy with you and it will not go well with you. Don't shed blood of Nigerians. These elections were free and fair. A president will not sit down and watch himself lose in his own state if he had the powers to rig it. If he had the powers to rig it, he will not watch himself lose. You know the shame it is to him?
Yeah.
But he said, no, let the electoral process go on. If I win, I win. If I don't win, that's fine. Let it go on. It's just unfortunate that people are bad losers. They should have taken time out to do their homework, rather than come to merge after the case is already done and out. If they merged 6 months ago, they probably would have sang a different song.
Thank you so much, madam. Then we go on. Mr. President, as in President Muhammadu Buhari, a few months ago promised Nigerians that he's going to leave behind a free and fair election as part of his scorecard. Looking at the just concluded presidential election held a few days ago, of which the result was released few minutes after 4 this morning, will you, in all honesty, say that he has achieved or that he has fulfilled that promise?
100%. 100%. For him to even sign the Electoral Act showed that he wants a free and fair election. Again, I repeat, for him to lose in his state shows that that election was fair and fair. If it was not, even the INEC would want to please him, to manipulate for him. But it was a free and fair process. With integrity, he said, if that's the result, let it be. And that's what it is. It was the free and fair. This is the first time where you have small parties showing their strength in different areas. Showing their strength in different areas. How many seats did the Labour Party have before now? Tell me. How many seats did NMP or whatever have before now? Tell me. Tell me. Today, look at the scorecard, and you tell me it's not free and fair. Almost everybody had 12, 11 states each.
Okay.
Each. If the elections were not free and fair, would it not be skewed in favor of one person? The difference in the popular vote and the 25%. Again, that's why I said it took a Tinubu and the help of God for us to win this election. Because the Tinubu has a national spread. A national spread. Nigeria is beyond one region. You need a national spread to emerge.
Yeah, thank you. You may not be a lawyer, but you are, as an insider and a stakeholder, you may understand the issue very well. This Abuja not scoring 25% statutory demand, of which many people have been feasting on, saying that is enough legal ground to knock off the election. Is that assertion or that argument correct?
Very wrong. At least me and you have access to the what do you call it? To the Constitution of Nigeria and the Electoral Act.
Okay.
We have access to it. There's no place that states that Abuja must have 25%. No single place. If anything, all governments, all past governments have lost Abuja. In fact, once you are
there is precedence
in power,
okay.
Once you are the government in power, it's sacrosanct that you lose Abuja. Go back to 2019.
Okay.
Go back to 2015. Go back again to 2011. Still step back. Go and look at all of it.
Wow.
Once you are the government in power, you lose Abuja. Because it's an elitist vote.
Okay.
They have all lost Abuja. So why did you accept it then? And then today you say it's which constitution, which part of the constitution? No place in the constitution says that you must win Abuja for you to be able to be a president. It's not true.
Thank you very much, madam. Then please, we still ask for more time. We move on. We need to talk about our region, Niger Delta. It's no longer news that the region has suffered visible underdevelopment and environmental degradation. What is our incoming vice president? What's the plan for the region by the incoming administration?
I think he has a huge plan for the region. Some of it was stated in his action plan. But I would go quite straight to the point. First was to actually carry out capital projects in the region that will improve on the living conditions of persons in the region. The second point was we finished up the work which President Mohamed Buhari started in the region. And then, of course, the third one was to financially empower people in the region. Also, as it concerns the educational sector, talked about student loans, scholarships for students in the region, and then peace, security in the region. It's part of what he promises that he will be doing in the region.
Thank you. It sounds alluring to the ears. And we probably this morning from the studio here listened to the acceptance speech. It was indeed a renewed hope, which was like the slogan of the campaign. Yeah. Now this next conversation is going to be youth specific. Unemployment in the country is still high as we speak. Is there any magic formula looking around to tackle this youth unemployment?
He has in several ways discussed it and said what he knows to do for youth unemployment. In fact, youth as a whole. And we are hopeful that he will do so. He has said youth to be part of his government, to be at the forefront of his government. If you know him, he's somebody who works a lot with young people, so that is not in doubt, it's a given. He has equally said that he is going to create startup hubs across Nigeria.
Okay.
Where young people can be more innovative and can work to become the next China.
Wow.
Where we can do some innovations, technology, that's ICT, and name it. So there's a whole lot for young people. He's promised them employment,
Okay.
he's promised them education backup so that every child can go to school. You heard him very clearly yesterday when he said 4 years will be 4 years, all this incident strike will stop, and you have student loans that you can happily use and finish your education. So all of those are the offering for young people in Nigeria.
Wow. Okay. From this explanation flows the next question.
I need to run off.
Yes, just immediately after this. Hello, madam.
We're
Sorry.
going to receive the certificate of return, so I need to.
Thank you. We obviously appreciate your comment and this useful information that you have given to Nigerians, particularly our viewers across the Niger Delta region. Again, we send our sincere and warm congratulations to our incoming president.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Do enjoy the rest of your day, madam, and hopefully maybe next time when we call, graciously answer us.
I'll do my best.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yes, viewers, you've heard it all from no other but the
women leader of the All Progressive Congress.
Yes,
Women national leader.
Yes, from her voice, we observe that they are still in a joyous mood, and but you shouldn't have expected anything contrary.
At all.
Yeah, exactly. And there is one contradiction about a political discussion in Nigeria. Everybody is promising that what A promises, if you listen to B, is something similar. D, just so, because from her narrative, it appears that there is this, likeliness between what APC is planning to give Nigerians with what PDP even promised. Then part of that of Obi said is moving Nigerian from a consumption nation to producing what? Nation. Then like we heard from her, that Ahmed Tinubu will move Nigeria from where it is currently to become the China of Africa. You understand? Which is like becoming a producing nation. So let's hope all we Nigerians pray for, is good governance delivered in a very effective and efficient environment. No other. It's a nation that I can assure you at all times that we don't ask for too much. Yes, just give us those basic things: education, good road, employment, security, stable electricity, and that's all. We don't even want to know how much is our federal that comes into the federal allocation every month and whatever. Give us those basic.
It's as a result of not providing these things
And
that
we are now, everybody is now peeping into.
Yes.
If we want to know the amount that comes in order to know why you are not, you understand? So it's I think it's not. They are not asking for too much. And looking at the scorecard of the president-elect when he was the governor of Lagos State, because that's like the flashpoint where we keep making reference to. I think we should have every reason to be hopeful that the much anticipated hope has finally arrived. Yes, and we continue to encourage all to remain stable, even when we are still nursing some level of grievance that the whole process wasn't transparent or followed due process. Please, we have so many channels that you can use to ventilate this. We keep emphasizing on this. Being violent is not part of the options.
Okay.
We are going on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with this current discussion on the ongoing election, because for the fact that the president-elect has been announced, it's not enough reason for us to go to sleep. We still have a major assignment, which is to elect the governor and the state House of Assembly. And these people are equally important, because a president alone cannot develop the entire nation. We need a good governor and good lawmakers at the state level. So we'll continue from this point when we come back again. Please don't go away. And while we are on break, if you have any concern, any reaction, any comment, please do feel free to call on that number, boldly written on your screen, or use any of our social media platforms. You can go to our comment box and drop a comment section and then drop your comments.
And also follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Baramat Voice, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Baramat Voice TV.
Okay. Do stay tuned. Bye for me.
I want to do